Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, welcome to the first video in a new series that I'm starting on basically what is a new channel over here. I've made I think one proper video and then an intro video. So if this is the first time you're seeing this and you like the video, hopefully you do, fingers crossed, definitely subscribe. Much appreciated as I'm kicking off a second channel. My original channel is Pokemon. If you want to check that out, that'll be in the description as well. But I think you're here for Digimon stuff right now. And that's what we're going to be doing. This series is going to be what I am calling Crash Course. Now, I am brand new to Digimon. I think a lot of people are. That's not so new, but I know a bunch of people in the community have been psyched about the game since it was announced in Japan 6 months ago or something, and it came out over there. And some of those people have been actually playing games on Tabletop Simulator, building decks for it, making awesome videos. So, I wanted to, since I basically was 5 days in when I recorded all this stuff, to just say, you know what? I want to dive headfirst in, learn about every single deck color, basically red, blue, yellow, green, black, purple. And what better way to do that than to partner up with TrueChampionSteven, super awesome creator, YouTuber here, as well as streams on Twitch. I'll link to his stuff in the description as well. Check him out. The reason I wanted to bring him on is I watched, his how-to video, his deck building video, and as somebody who plays another game competitively, I'm like, there's no better way to learn than trial by fire. So that's what this series is. And today we're going to be going over red decks. That'll be the first one. One of the most popular deck archetypes, I would say, is red. And the whole idea of this video is Steve and I will be talking about what a red deck is while we play. There's going to be gameplay, like what red, the archetype tries to do, generally speaking, as well as throughout gameplay, just sort of teaching me whether it be minor mechanic things that I need to remember or just strategy, right? Like Digimon is a very different game from Pokemon. So if you are coming here from a different game or maybe not from a TCG at all, maybe this is your first TCG and you just love Digimon, then hopefully this will be informative to you from a pro, teaching somebody who's new. You can hopefully learn from that experience as well. But ask any questions you have in the comments as well for future times that me and Steven are going to record. And we can make sure to cover off on some of those topics. So, but just before we get into everything, I wanted to announce, I'm excited about all of this. I am going to be giving away, let me see if focus is up here. This is an OMNIMON. From what I've been told and from what I've played a little bit, OMNIMON is kind of a big deal in the Digimon TCG. So I'm going to be giving this OMNIMON away. And the way that you enter, and I will send it to you in the mail. You don't have to pay anything, assuming you live in the US. That's the only, I'm going to make one caveat. I don't want to try to ship internationally right now. US residents only of the contiguous 48, if you will. Apologies for anyone in Hawaii, Alaska, or outside of the US. But if you live in the US and you want to enter, just subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below on what deck you might be most excited about, or what color or card you might be most excited about in the Digimon TCG for 1.0. Obviously, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out in 1.5 and in Great Legend, but for now, let's focus on 1.0. Just leave a comment down below, and I will choose someone from the comments randomly, and that will be done on December 15th is when I'm going to officially draw everything and announce it. I will, I'll tweet about it on my Twitter, and then I will also just reply to you directly in the comments if you are the winner. So keep an eye out on both channels there if you want to make sure you claim this if you win. So between now and this video comes out on December 15th, just make sure to subscribe, comment down below for a chance to win this. When I pick a winner, I'll try to get it out to you in time so that you have it by Christmas. So that will be sort of my Christmas giveaway to anybody who checks out this channel early. I appreciate all of the support, at the very beginning here of this channel's growth. So, but now let's get into a conversation with Steve and finally some gameplay with Red. So, I wanted to jump in to the Digimon TCG super, head first, if you will. And because I come from the Pokemon world, but that's why I came with the series, Crash Course. And I figured why not bring someone like you, TrueChampionSteven, on here. I feel like, I've been watching your videos. Your how-to and your deck building video were some of the first videos I watched to really get into Digimon. And I'm appreciative of the fact that I can, dive in headfirst against you in this series.
Yeah.
Really appreciative. So, so we're doing red today. So give me a sense of like what red is trying to achieve, broadly speaking.
So I don't know if you're familiar with other card games, but thematically, whenever you have like a color-based attribute system, usually redder or like darker, harsher colors are aggro type decks. The same is true here for the Digimon TCG. Red is all about gaining DP values, gaining security checks, and potentially having some nice little removal cards in the form of DP values and stuff like that. So you can kill like little things or just have hard removal spells like Gaia Force, for example. And so the idea of the deck really is going to be to use those powerful effects, those DP gains, those security attacks, to pressure your opponent, gain advantage in the early game, and then eventually through powerful cards like your finishers right now are like Gallantmon, Omnimon, or even War Greymon every now and then to just end the game right then and there with one big giant dude. That's usually the more popular way to play decks, but there are like some weird like Rookie Rush or Level 5 Rush style strategies out there for red as well that still focus on being aggressive overall.
So yeah, let's just jump into the games and we'll see if I can somehow pull away with a win in this.
Let's see, man. Let's see. Trial on fire. Let's see what happens.
Okay, cool. Heads or tails?
Heads.
All right. That is tails. So I guess I'm going first.
I'll go ahead and get my counter as well.
And you do security first, right?
Security first, not like Pokemon. Security first. I know, right? It's confusing. Well, I'm a Pokemon player too.
It's also when you roll for heads or tails, you usually get to pick. And somebody told me yesterday, oh no,
you do
if
not
you
get
it
pick.
right, you just go first.
You win. Yes, sir. Yep.
Like
and if you lose though, if you lose the game in the match, you get to pick who goes first or second next time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So if you lose, you get to pick. That was because that's something we didn't know yesterday.
If you lose, you get to pick. If you roll and you win the roll, whether it's heads or tails or just like a die roll, you have to go first.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you.
Best of luck.
All right. So I don't draw for my first turn. We're going
to
hatch an egg. That's what we do. And then let's go ahead and boom. Did you evolve that? Draw a card. All right. Interesting. How much memory do I want to give you turn one? Oh,
all of memory. Please give me all of it so I can do everything I want to do.
Oh, this is you know what? I kind of want to be greedy here. I kind of want to be greedy. I'm just gonna play this Metal Greymon down.
Ooh, I love that boy. That's a good boy. All right, I'll be drawing for turn.
Give you six memory there.
I'll go ahead and hatch an Upamon here.
Okay.
I will go ahead and evolve Gabumon, drawing one. Interesting. Do I want to punish you? It's a good question.
With all that memory I just gave you.
I kind of don't. I kind of am like okay with whatever it is you want to do. I'll go ahead and evolve a Garurumon, go to 4, draw a card. I will then go ahead and evolve a Were-Garurumon, go to 1, draw a card.
Oh man, so I wonder if being that greedy turn one is like, it's maybe aggressive.
It does just give me the opportunity to kind of build up whatever I want to do in response to you, but it could lead you to a really good play on your following turn. So who knows? It might pay off for you if I'm not willing to counter what it is you're trying to do to me. I think I will just play down an Elecmon and give you 1. Go ahead.
Okay, just giving me 1, huh?
Just giving you 1.
Feel so poor right now. All right, I drew for turn. Let's go ahead and bring this Biomon out.
Yes, sir.
Because why not?
More dudes is always a good thing.
We are gonna. So I have 1. This is interesting. I am going to play. I'm going to swing with this Metal Greymon first to get that 3 memory.
Yes, sir.
Into security.
Yes, sir. I will check. It is a 12 to your 7, so he's dead.
Sad.
Ooh,
But
no mega plays for you.
I do gain 3 memory after that, so that's something. That's something.
Yeah,
So I got that going for me, which is nice. And we are just gonna, I think we're gonna go into this Greymon here.
Mm-hmm. Go to 2.
Yes, and I will draw. And let's see here. I got 2 left, huh? Big 2. I don't really. You know what? I'll put this down. Biomon.
Go to 0.
Go to 0. And then we will. Oh. I am so tempted to get the security check +1 straight off the bat.
That would be inheritable, but yes.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right. Okay, so that's something I always forget is that just because it's there, it's got to be here to be.
Yeah,
used.
it's gotta be on his body, not underneath him. It's gotta be on his body.
Okay.
That's how it's his effect, not the effect he gives.
All right. Well, interesting. I am actually just gonna. You're gonna have 2 things that can just not wipe out my board state next turn.
Well, I can't attack not rested things.
That's true. So there's all these bits that I keep forgetting because I play Pokemon.
Active Digimon cannot be attacked. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
All right. So then I am actually gonna just pass it over to you and give you 3 energy.
So, and then I get 3 thanks to the effect of Metal Greymon, so I go to 6.
Okay.
All right, I will draw for turn. I will promote my little guy right there. I will go ahead and evolve to Plesiommon, going to 4 memory, drawing a card. I will go ahead and swing into security. Effect of Upamon, draw 1. And then effect of Where Garurumon, because you have a Digimon with no sources, it's 2 damage. So first one.
Okay, so the first one is 7,000, so that goes away.
And the
so
second one?
It's 2 security, right?
Yes, sir. 1 at a time.
Just a Greymon.
Perfect. Okay. I will then go ahead and play down Cositus Breast. This is an option card. It costs 7. I'll give you 3. And I will bounce that Greymon back to your hand, and all the sources underneath it will go to the trash.
Okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but I mean.
you're like, hey,
accept
that's
it.
mean.
Yes.
But that happened. Yeah, that happened.
All right, so I'm at 3, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to draw for turn. Let's go ahead and hatch another one of these little babies here. Go ahead and just put this Biomon out. Draw a card. I got 3 to work with. So that ain't nothing. But how much do I want to give you? That's the question.
Just enough.
Just enough, huh?
So I can do anything I want.
You know what I am going to do? I am going to... Ooh, I could just board clear here, and that might be really good.
Again, you cannot attack after remote things.
You're right. I keep forgetting. Gaia Force. I'm just going to Gaia Force, though, the Pleasiumon.
Yes, I will go to 5, and Plesiommon will die.
So that was a turn where I thought about, hey, do I try to go down? Like, I could have played some other things that had lower memory cost first before Gaia Force, but
yes, then you just give me more and more memory.
Exactly. So I was like, I'll just hold those things. That way you don't end up with, 7, 8, 9 memory on the next turn.
Yeah, you're trying to limit my amount of response to whatever it is you just did. You have 2s on board, I now have 1. You're in the driver's seat. Why risk giving me the option to play more things if you don't have to, right?
Yes, yeah, that was my
Good
thought
idea.
process.
All right, it's my turn. I already drew, and then I will hatch another Upa. I will go ahead and Evo into a Goemon, drawing a card. Big think. I will go ahead and Evo into a Grizzlymon. This is my blocker, going to 3, drawing a card. And then I like him so much, I think I'll just hard play another one, give you a 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The Bears are in.
Well, then, I will draw. Let's bring this one out. Okay. Okay, what do we do here? Well, this Digimon has 4 or more Digi-Evolutions to get plus 1,000. So that's all. I just have to have a bunch of cards for that to have effect.
Yeah, it only really works once you're level 6.
Okay. Well, we will go ahead and go into this Greymon for 2.
Hey, I know him. I bounced him back to your hand.
I remember that guy. Yeah, and I think I am gonna. Maybe a 3. Yeah, I might. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna give you 2. I'm gonna play tie.
Okay, I will go to 2. And now I will draw for turn.
Yes.
And I will promote my Gomamon. Do I punish? I see no reason to rush things. I'm going to go ahead and evolve my Grizzlymon into a Zudomon from the starter deck. His effect, on Devolution, I get to target one of your Digimon and trash 2 of the sources underneath it. I will target the Greymon and trash both the Biomon and the Koromon. You will get one memory, and I will draw a card for Digivolution.
Okay. So I'm at 1.
1.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's draw.
The back and forth has begun. That Gaia Force reset the board, and now we're just fighting to claim it. We're just fighting.
Like, I want this board, but I don't ever have any memory. That's the problem.
You're like, where'd my Greymon go? Oh, yeah. He died. A fish killed him.
Oh, my. So, yeah, this, I think, gets to one of the points I want to talk about is, like, you know, that memory back and forth, and whether or not at certain points it's just going to make more sense to me to just give you that extra memory, get a little bit more on the board.
Exactly.
And try to set up a presence.
At the end of the day, like, it comes down to this idea of like statement and response, which I feel like this game is really built around. Like, what can you do during your turn that demands a response from me? And if I have that response, can I actually use it? Because I need to have memory to actually play it and get advantage off of that, right? So if you find a way to do the perfect amount of like building your board / limiting what I can do, that's how you find the most amount of wins, probably.
All right. Well, first thing I'm going to do is the free thing.
Yes, the free thing. Free things are great, man.
Free things are great. I love that about this whole breeding area, and it's free, and I'm like, this is a great way to get through the deck.
You want to know what's crazy? The breeding area is actually optional. Did you know that?
I mean, I guess you don't have to play the
eggs, yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's an extra deck. You can have 0 to 5 of these, so you can, in theory, not play with an egg deck. I have no idea why you wouldn't.
That's one thing. I'm like,
but you don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah, it's just free cycle. That's all it is.
I wonder if that's like a strategy of like they might eventually print cards that say if there are no eggs in play.
That's what I think would be a really cool design option. Yeah, like if you don't play any Digi eggs in your deck, you can do X thing or whatever on play. That'd be so cool.
Well, what do I do here? I've got one measly memory to work with. And what does that level 7,000 do? Is that just the on-play effect?
Yeah, the on-digital effect, and then after that, he's a vanilla 7,000. That's it.
Okay. Well,
by the way, really quick, just want to clarify here that win digital effects are not the same thing as on-play effects. They are different.
Yes.
So if I just hard play this, he would do nothing, but if I evolve it, he does a thing, right?
And then when it says on play, it does not count when you digivolve it.
Exactly.
Okay.
There are separate text boxes for a reason.
They're separate. Yeah, they're separate costs for a reason too on the cards. So
exactly.
Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do here? I have got not much memory to work with, so we are actually just gonna not give you much to work with either. We're gonna go into a Cordramon there, give you 1 memory to work with, draw a card, and over to you.
I will draw for turn. Okay. I'll go ahead and hatch. I will go ahead and evolve into a Gomamon on that Upa. Draw a card. I will go ahead and cast Hammer Spark, a really option card that gives me +1 memory, so I just turn that 1 into a 2.
All right.
This is a really cool thing that blue can do. I'm then going to evolve for 2 into a Plesiommon, going to 0, drawing a card. I will then swing at you for 12, 1 security check.
Okay. Gaia
Force. Who would you like to kill?
I mean, the Plesiomon, obviously.
Oh, he just attacked. All right, he got his value. I'll take it.
It's 12,000. I feel like I need to.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he is. I got to get rid of him.
Let's see. In response to that, it's a good little rip right there. I think I will cast another Hammer Spark, go back up to 1. And then I will go ahead and evolve into a Garurumon for 2, giving you 1 and drawing a card.
What is Garurumon? Anything special there? It's just an on-play effect.
Yeah, on-play effect, unsuspend one of my Digimon. So if I just hard play it, I can restand a dude that's rested.
Okay.
Really cool.
So now that one threat is off the board, part of me is like, maybe this is the turn. I don't know. I see you still have a blocker.
If you feel safe to go in, or if you feel safe to build up, by all means, go ahead.
Go ahead and draw.
Keep in mind, though, I am a blue deck, so I do have some options of controlling you if I need to.
So yeah, that is interesting. Talk a bit about that. I mean, I know this is a red deck video, but talk a bit about like the matchup with blue, generally speaking.
Usually, it's just a matchup between like which deck can do more during their turn. Like I can play 2 dudes. Can you kill 2 dudes during your turn? If that's the response of how it goes, I will eventually have a big enough board just to go in for game. And usually, thanks to the memory gain cards, as well as how cheap and just sort of efficient blue is at drawing cards and getting to its combo pieces, it can really build efficient and consistent boards fast. But red's actually really good at just removing threats while also getting really powerful attackers in. So if I ever do have rested dudes, you can probably swing over them pretty easily. So it's also a pretty nice back and forth matchup for sure.
Okay. Well, the first thing we're doing is get into this Metal Greymon here.
All right, giving me 2.
Give you 2.
I will draw for turn.
Over to you.
I'll go ahead and promote a Goemon. I will go ahead and evolve into another Zudomon from the starter deck, giving you 1, and I will target the Greymon source and put it in the trash.
Okay, this one, right?
Please, drawing a card.
All right.
Yes, sir. No plus security tag for you. No.
So I'm at 1, right?
Yes, you are at 1 memory.
Okay. All right. Well. So all my Digimon get plus 1,000 DP on my turn.
Yes, sir.
So I guess I could use this to do the security check, right?
Yes, and then you go to 4, and then at the end of the turn, I would get 3 plus more memory.
Yes.
All right, so you go to 4. I will take the security attack. It is 6 to your 8. You're a good.
All right. I like that he survived. That is useful to me. All right, here. So I have 4 energy to work with now.
Yes.
I am gonna... Let's go into this Phoenixmon there.
Yes, sir.
Draw this card. And then we will... And that puts me at 2.
Yes, sir.
And what's a good... I'm trying to think, what's a good 3-coster?
Well, keep in mind, even if you do give me 1, I will get 4 during my turn. So maybe like trying to stop me from gaining that much memory could be a thing you want to try and do, but 4 is still a lot for blue.
I mean, yeah, it's interesting. I just... it's so tough.
How much is too much, right? Like, what's the threshold? Like, just think about like, okay, if I give him 4, what can he do? Can he evolve twice and then go into a Mega and then do an Omnimon or some kind of control option? If so, maybe we shouldn't give him 4 or whatever, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like, always think about what it is your opponent can actually do during their turn, given their card pool or whatever it is they're playing. And the funny thing is, like, given the deck building aspect of this game, you can just play whatever you want in the cards. So I could have like literally anything on my side of the board right now. Like, just go Puppetmon, go rest everything. You're like, oh my god, what? Which is a kind of fun thing. There's a lot of like room for splashability and sort of counterplay in this game, which I like a lot. Kind of like Pokemon.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, Tech Hoopa. Oh no.
You know what? I think now is maybe the turn to I think now is actually the turn to play this Omnimon.
Ooh, the big boy. Target?
I am going to target the level 5 that you got on the board, the Zudomon.
Okay, a couple of things have to happen now.
Okay.
So Goemon's inheritable on deletion, gain 1 memory. So you're paying 6, so I go to 4. That means I go to 5 thanks to his effect. And then at the end of the turn, I go to 8 thanks to your effect.
Exactly.
Now I draw for turn. I will go ahead and hatch. I will go ahead and evolve into a Goemon. I will go ahead and evolve into a Monzemon, going to 6, drawing a card. I'll go ahead and evolve into a Metal Garurumon, going to 3, drawing a card. I will now swing at you for 11, activating the effect when attacking. I can call a level 4 or less Digimon from my stack to the board. I will call Grizzlymon. 11 at your security.
I am gonna block.
Okay. I will then play an Omnimon of my own, giving you 3 and killing your Omnimon, por favor.
Oh, boy howdy, that's sad. Boy howdy. That was your plan all along.
You're like, when's he gonna drop Omnimon? I'll do the same. Just like holding on to it, you're like, I'm not gonna drop one until he does. That's kind of the rule, in my opinion.
So question. Oh yeah. So the Omnimon is on play. You do that stuff. Got it. Okay.
On Digivolve.
On Digivolve. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
on swing, you can return a level 6 from your stack to your hand to restand him, and so we can attack again.
So what am I at now? Am I at 3?
You're at 3.
Okay. Boy, howdy. I thought that I had. I guess I gave you too much memory there, huh?
Again, it's statement response. You
Yeah.
played a really big thing during your turn, but I had the board presence to be like, okay, I can go back up to Ultimate, back up to Mega, and then boom, counter with my very own Omnimon or my own removal spell if I had it in my hand.
All right. Well, we'll draw. We'll Digivolve. Do we have any free things? No, I don't have any free cards. I need free cards.
Oh no!
No free cards. All right. I'm trying to think here because I only have 2 security left. You have Omnimon can take 2, and then
3,
you got
4, 5 attacks.
You got 5 potential attacks on this next turn. So, I think what we're gonna do is we'll go into this Greymon for 2.
Go to 1.
Down to 1. Let's go ahead and draw. Then I think I'm just gonna give you a lot. I don't think I can. I don't actually think I can stop you on this next turn.
Usually, like when your back is against, I think if you had like a removal spell in your hand, you could have killed Omnimon, then like played a blocker from your hand before you played the removal spell, and then I would only have 3 attacks. And because you can block 1 and then take 2 comfortably, you'd be fine.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was the mistake I made right here. I just realized that. I was like, I could have gone into the Cordramon, and I do have Gaia Force.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So I think
play in retrospect.
Exactly, yeah. So the idea of like, whenever you get to this state of the game where you're like, okay, my opponent has game on board, I need to think about everything I can possibly do. Memory out the window, playing greedy out the window. It's all about survival now.
Yeah.
If I get that 1 extra turn, it can be the difference between me and winning, right? So realizing what it is you have access to is a really big deal. Feel free to take your time on plays like that and just really assess, okay, what do I need? What do I have, right?
All right. I think, yeah, so I think that's a good game 1. That was
Calling it there?
I'm gonna call it there because
no faith in Gaia Force and security. All right. No faith.
I got no faith. I got no faith.
faith.
I see the board state. I know what's happening.
I play card by Vanguard, man. Always have faith that RNGesus will save you. Always.
I don't know if this deck has anything. Yeah, there's no effects that would wipe extra things off your board.
Gaia Force does it for free. Did it earlier.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
Literally stops a whole attack.
Well, so overall there, I would say, was I playing too conservatively, do you think, with a red deck?
I feel like, given what you opened with, you were kind of playing a bit aggressively, you know, with the hard playing of the Metal Greymon. And then what you did was you kind of went back. You know, like, I'm all for, like, responding to situations and, like, okay, I can play greedy this turn, play greedy this turn. But when you start the gate, like, I'm going to play greedy, it's good to just kind of keep going and keep the momentum going. Play big removal spells, play big dudes on your board, and then force more things out of me. So that way, I don't really have the chance to actually take advantage of what it is you're doing, right? So you gave me essentially a turn to build up, and then you just played conservative. And I was like, okay, all this board that is built is now safe, and I can just use it to gain more advantage over you, right? So if you want to play greedy, I would say keep playing greedy. Like, no reason to stop. Because once you do stop, you just give me space to be like, okay, I can rest now. I can build my board without having just to be super responsive to what it is your board is doing. Because that Metal Greymon, had I not killed it on this first security check, it would have been a big old threat that I had to respond to, or eventually a Mega, right? So you had a little bit of bad beats right there, which I feel like kind of incentivized you to play a bit more conservatively, like after the fact. But I think that actually ended up punishing you more than you maybe thought it did.
Like, basically, like, if you're gonna commit, just go all in. Things will happen.
Exactly. Things will happen, and don't be afraid to, like, take opportunities when you see them, right? Like, if you see me building up slowly, the reason is because that's all I can do sometimes. So if you think, okay, if all I can do is build slowly, I'm gonna drop big and be like, can you respond to this? And then if I can't, you get so much advantage out of that.
Okay. Well, let's see if I can pick one strategy and stick to it on the next one.
All right.
All right. So I will say that you can go first this time.
I'll be going first? Okay.
Yeah.
You want that free card. You want that free card.
I guess I want that free card. Do you feel like going first, broadly speaking? I know every deck is going to, be a little different, but
right.
Broadly speaking, do you feel like first or second is more advantageous?
Personally, I have no preference. I can play pretty much out of anything. But certain decks, I do like going second if it's like a calm deck and I'm running like maybe a greedier type of list that has like a little bit less of certain things. So I want to have the better chance of drawing them by getting that free card. But most of the time, with how just consistent every deck is with the Digivolve mechanic just always drawing you cards, I feel like it really does not matter. The only real benefit you get of going first is the first attack. And if you're playing a rush style deck, that's all you really want, right? So in that mentality, I think that's the only time I'd ever like choose to really want to go first. But in most scenarios, whatever my opponent says is fine with me. Okay. I'll take whatever. But I will most of the time pick to go first because like it's the same mentality with Pokemon, right? I know back in the day people were like, oh, Zapdos always goes second for the mirror. You win every time. But the reality is you don't know what your hand is. So how can you say your going second hand is really a going second hand if you don't see it yet? Going first, you can be like, okay, what's my hand? Let's play it. Let's play it turn one, not get punished, and then react on the next turn when I can do more things, right? So I think having that extra turn just to figure out what it is you're trying to do is a lot better for you in just a generic sense.
Okay. Yeah, it's so interesting though that like, you know, generically speaking, like if you had to pick, I guess go first, but it doesn't really matter.
No, playing out of every situation is really easy in this game.
Okay.
All right, best of luck, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, I will go ahead and hatch a Wanya, a Tiger Boy, and then I will just go with a hard play of Grismon. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I will get that draw that I was so eager for. Let's go ahead and.
I hope it was worth it.
It was all right, actually. It was all right. We're gonna play. I've been playing this Agumon. I have no idea if it's any good. But we're gonna look
gorgeous.
We're gonna look at the top.
No. Effects do not activate in the raising area, sir.
You're right. Okay. I'm gonna do.
But you do get to draw that card. I didn't see it.
I do get to draw the card anyways. You're right.
Yeah. On the Evo, and actually, technically, you would draw the card first, then activate the effect.
And actually, this is on play, not on Digivolve.
Yeah. So you're wrong 4 ways.
Yes, I'm wrong in every way possible. But no,
wait. It's still Agumon. You're right on that. It's still
okay,
Agumon.
Good. It was still free. No, but that is an interesting thing also for anyone who's brand new. Breeding area, any effects of anything in the breeding area have no impact. They don't work.
And nothing can affect the breeding area either. Like you can't target it for anything, but it also can't do anything.
Okay. What do we do now? I got how much memory do I have to work with?
5.
Oh, a 5-hole memory.
5-hole memory.
You spoil me. Let's go into this Greymon for 2.
Yep, go 3.
Draw a card there. Let's go into this Garudamon.
Yep, go to 0.
And draw a card. And then we will go ahead and what's the play here? How crazy do I want to get with this?
As crazy as possible.
That's basically the goal, right? Just go absolutely nuts. I kind of want to play this one a little bit more conservatively. In the respect that, well, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna play this one. I'm just gonna play tie.
All right, go to 2. I'll draw for turn. I will go ahead and Evo for 2 on Monzemon, drawing a card. I will then Evo for 2 more, going to Plesiommon, drawing a card. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's draw a card. Bring this Garudamon out here.
Big lad.
Oh, a big lad. So what is this? Your turn. While this Digimon has 4 or more Digivolution cards, it gets plus 1,000. 1, 2, 3. Is that 4? If it has 4 total, is that 4?
No. The actual Digimon itself does not count as a card. These are the Digimon cards. This is the Digimon.
Okay. So only when it goes to level 6 from this does that affect.
That would count as a 4, yes.
Got it. But this Digimon does get plus 2,000.
Thanks to Greymon, yes. So he's 9 with a nice little pierce right there.
Okay, so he's 9 with a pierce, plus the tie,
actually
so he's
10.
Actually 10.
Yeah, big boy.
That's a beefy one right now. Okay, cool. We are gonna... Oh, boy. I have... How much to work with? I got 2?
2. A whole 2.
A whole 2. Well... You know... I kind of want to... play this one this turn because I don't think you got much else going on. I think this is what I'm thinking. You got Omnimon in hand, and if you don't see anything else on board, all you got to do is get into that Omnimon, delete this, and then you're free to roam basically.
Right. My turn would end probably depending how much memory you give me, and then you could respond with your own removal spell.
That's true. Ooh, that's
Like
so that
like
is
why
interesting.
play around a threat until you have to, right?
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. Like,
But
why
if you
bother?
think if you think me playing Omnimon punishes you more, I mean, give me 6 memory, please.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to give you all that memory just yet.
I'm reading him, ladies and gentlemen. I am big braining him right now.
No, it's a really good point though. Of like, do you preemptively remove threats in this game? I guess if you know your opponent has when Digivolve effects that could really ruin you. That
It's really just like if they do it or if they have it, does that punish you more than if you just give them 6, right? Like, do you think just me playing Omnimon is more punishing to you than you just playing and than whatever I can do for 6 memory during my turn? Right?
that's
It's this idea of just statement response. It's like, he hasn't made a statement yet, so why should I respond early, right? Well, that statement could still be pretty powerful.
yeah. You know what we're gonna do? We are just gonna. I'm gonna play that for 2.
Go to 0.
And then I am going to, I think, because I think if you do go into Omnimon, this thing is probably dead anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But if I attack, then you can just swing into me with Plesiomon, knock me out,
Yep.
Omnimon,
Yep.
whatever this is. So I think I'm just gonna,
Well, Omnimoning a Biomon is a little not a fair trade right there, but
no, that's
I
fair.
might do it. I could do it. I could, in
if you
theory,
really
do it.
wanted to clear the board, I suppose.
Now, that's a lot of ifs. I would have to have Omnimon, want to play it, actually play it, and then care about killing a Biomon. Right?
You know what? I'm just gonna be.
Don't outthink yourselves, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen. Don't do that. Overthinking can be a problem.
It's interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this Greymon. I'm gonna keep this board state going. Give you 2, draw a card, and over to you.
I will draw for turn. Hey, look, a little guy. We got him. The
Hey.
fishies are here. Drawing a card.
Somebody was telling me earlier that that's basically he calls it a Digibonus.
Digi bonus. I kind of like that. 12 at security.
All right. The little Agumon ain't gonna do nothing.
Little guy. And you were right. I will go for a big Omni Boy and kill that Garudamon, drawing a card. But you covered your butt a little bit by playing a Greymon down, so that's really nice.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay.
Way less powerful Omnimon. You still have a card on your board and 4 memory now, so you can build back up if you need to.
I got all the things in the world. Let's go ahead and draw a card here. Let's go ahead, hatch that. Get into this Agumon. Draw another card. I got 4 home memory to work with. Oh, spoil me.
I am a benevolent king. I do what I can.
So this becomes an interesting one of I think I'm actually okay playing just 1 card this turn. And then giving you less memory, getting rid of that Omnimon, responding. Yeah. I'm just gonna respond. I'm gonna play Gaia Force here. Give you 4 memory to work with, which is not an absurd amount of memory.
No, but you did stop 2 attacks from 15,000 bodies. That's pretty big.
That's true.
I'll draw for turn. I will go ahead and Evo to a Garurumon for 2. I'll draw a card. This is interesting. I'll play a Vulcan's Hammer, go to 3. And then I will...
Is that the Japanese name for it? Vulcan's Hammer?
Actually, no, the English name is actually Vulcan's Hammer. Hammerspark is the real name.
Okay.
So actually, they gave us the Japanese name, but when we were doing proxies, we all thought it was going to be called Vulcan's Hammer, because that's what we call it here. But nope, they gave us Hammerspark. Interesting. But not Omegamon, you know what I mean? Like, we have Omnimon, not Omegamon, but we have Hammerspark and not Vulcan's Hammer. Interesting, interesting. Also, I'm at 3 now, by the way.
Okay, cool.
And honestly, nothing feels great. I have drawn such a weird hand this game. I don't know what to do. I think I'm okay. This is gonna be weird, but I think I'm just going to, let me do some math in my brain. I'll cast another Hammerspark, going to 4, and then I'll play a Cositus Breath, giving you 3, and bouncing that Greymon back to your hand. It loses its sources.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I have 3. So I think that was, like, in retrospect, you were right about, like, waiting for the threat to develop on the board properly.
Right.
considering you didn't play anything else in your raising area for the first turn.
Exactly. Like you were kind of making the read. Like if he does go for Omnimon, it might be all he has. So if I respond to it, then he could have nothing, which sadly is the case.
All right, we'll draw for turn. Bring this Agumon out. I have 3 to work with here. Interesting. So this is one of the things about like the math of like the order of things that you want to do is such a
Sequencing is a big deal.
And in Pokemon, I feel like sequencing is something you definitely have to learn. It's a whole other beast in
you're like play out your hand, then play your draw supporter, or dig for the things you need first, or do all random effects first, and then do everything else. That's guaranteed.
And you always attack last. But this,
you always attack last
whenever.
You can attack and then play cards and then attack again if you need to. Yeah, it's crazy. There's no order. It's just a main phase. Have fun. Bandai loves their just go nuts kind of games.
You know what we're gonna do? We are gonna go back into this Greymon here. Draw a card.
You
go down
so much.
1.
You did it twice.
And then we are just gonna play down. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna play down this Biomon for 2. Just give you 1 measly energy. You've used 2 Hammer Sparks already.
Yeah, my memory gain effects are pretty gone. I'll go ahead and hatch an Upamon. I will just hard play a blocker, go to 4. Over to you.
Okay. Draw for turn. Let's get some Digi bonuses up in here, shall we? Yeah, let's go ahead and go into this Agumon.
Yep.
Draw. Let's see here. You have a blocker that's 6,000, huh?
Yes, sir.
So we are going to go into this Metal Greymon.
For 5?
4. For 3.
3. Go to 1.
Go to 1.
He loses 5 when he swings. That's correct.
Yes. And then we are actually going to go into this Gallantmon
for
4, and it's got a Wind Digivolving. I have a Red Tamer in play, so I'm going to delete that blocker.
Blocker deleted.
And over to you.
I'll draw for turn. And quite simply, I think I will just cast a Gaia's Breath, give you 4, and bounce that Gallantmon back to your hand. He loses its sources.
Okay, so I go up to 4. All right.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, that Gaia's Breath is just disgusting.
Well, when it's all you have, you gotta make it count.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you gotta do something when that's what you got. All right. Draw for turn. Let's bring this Agumon up. Okay, so we got some level 4s that we gotta go into, huh? Let's go ahead and go into this Greymon. 2. Draw. Let's go into... Huh. 3, 4. We have 2 to give. Yeah, we'll go into this Cordramon.
Go to 0.
Go to 0. And then we will play another tie.
Oh my gosh, everything is so buff.
And we'll go to 2.
All right,
I gotta draw a card for that Cordramon
yes,
as well.
Of course. Hey, look, a boy. I'll draw a card. With the Gabumon, I will go ahead and play a Gorillamon for 1 memory, drawing a card. And then... Oh, that's interesting. This is interesting. What do I want to do? None of these things. Let's see. Oh, that'd be a heck of a read if I made that. There's no way. There's no way. You have to have it. I'm going to play another Hammer Spark. Go to 2. You're like, gaining memory is great. Now when all you have are option cards and you can't play things.
I have all this free memory to do nothing.
I'll play a Goemon, give you 1.
Okay. All right, let's draw. Let's hatch. It's a Digibonus.
Yes, sir.
Draw a card here.
TM.
I have 1, right? Yeah. All right. Interesting. 4s. I got 4s for days. But,
You're like, no 5s.
Exactly. I was just sitting here like, where are my 5s at?
I know the frustration. You're like, I have everything for an awesome play, except for the one thing I need.
What do we do here? I think we're gonna keep giving you almost no energy to work with. So
Okay.
we're just gonna go into this Greymon for 2, and over to you.
This is the kind of game we live for here. I will go ahead, Evo for. I'll just Evo for 2, give you 1 back, and draw a card. The back and forth is real, boys and girls. The back and forth is real.
So I guess is this kind of what happens sometimes when like you realize your opponent doesn't have what they need, so you constantly are like, I don't want to give you energy, memory.
When all you want to do is just cycle through your deck and draw cards, why give your opponent more memory to work with, right? So trying to choke them as much as possible, giving you the time you need to not maybe be punished by you not having everything is a really big deal. And decks like ours are kind of designed to do this. Like, until you have what you need, you don't go in. And you have a bunch of ways to draw it, and an inherent mechanic in the game lets you do that, which is super cool.
Well, what do we do here? I think
You give up.
we just give up. I'm just gonna pass. Scoop. I'm done. I'm done. We out. Can you imagine? You know what? This is so bad. This is so bad.
This game has been so awkward, but you know what? This is what we live for, boys. We live for that back and forth kind of mentality of like, all right, who's gonna do the big thing first? I'm excited. I'm sure you are too.
I'll give you a little bit of memory here. I'm gonna play down, just hard play another Cordramon.
Oh my gosh, how am I gonna break through all these? All right, I'll hatch an Upa. I'll go ahead and play a Gabumon, drawing a card. I'll go ahead and evolve for 1 with Gorilla, go to 3, drawing a card. I'll go ahead and play an Elecmon for 2, go to 1. And then I will play a Grizzlymon, give you 1, and draw a card. I can play blockers too.
Just wait.
Our boards are so huge, but they're not big. They're just level 4s.
It's just a bunch of nobodies.
Just chilling out, living their lives.
Gosh. Okay, so we're gonna. The last baby comes out.
I know. You'd be surprised how often that happens. You'd be surprised.
Especially when you're dead drawing and you're like, I just need these 1 cards that I can't get. Okay, so let's get that free card. Let's see what we got. Okay.
Imagine drawing like imagine cycle 5 in a game like, I don't know, Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. You're like, why haven't you drawn anything yet? I'm like, I don't know.
We'll just go into this Greymon for 2.
All right, go to 1.
And go to 1. Yeah, that's the world we're living in.
Draw for turn. I will actually get in there for once. I will swing with this Gorillamon. Because you have a Digimon with North Sources, I can actually draw a card. Okay. Thanks to Upa. It'll be 6 at security.
6 at security. Yeah, I'll take that hit.
That's a 2, so I'm safe.
You're good.
I will evolve for 3 into Weregarurumon, giving you 2 and drawing a card.
Okay, so I have 2. I have something to work with. Sorta.
2 is not 1.
2 is not 1. Oh Lord. At a certain point, you just start thinking to yourself, do I just start hard playing these level 6s?
No.
Never. That's always
this
never
point,
then.
Because then I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna be like, who wins first?
All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and. Oh gosh, this is all so bad. You know what? I'm just gonna hard play. I'm running out of space on this dang board. Another Cordramon here.
All right, I will go to 3. That's so many blockers. All right, I will stand and draw for turn. I will go ahead and hatch an Upamon. I will evolve into a Gabumon, drawing a card. I will then evolve into a Metal Garurumon for 3, go to 0, draw a card. And now I will swing at your security, activating effect on swing to call out a level 4 from my stack. I will call out Garurumon, effective Garurumon on play, restand Metal Garurumon. So he is swinging for 13,000 plus 1 security at your security.
All right.
It's 2 damage, 2 damage.
Oh, for plus. Yeah, I'll block then.
Okay. I will now swing again at security for 13, activating effect again to call out Gomamon from my stack.
Oh,
it'll
Lord.
be 13 plus 1 security at your security.
I'll block again.
Okie doke. I will go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. These can't attack twice, though, because I'll lose memory when I swing with them. I can't go in for game this turn. And I can't get any more value, so there's no reason to do anything at all. Okay, cool. I'll just play another dude and pass the turn. I'll play Lekmon, give you 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attacks next turn.
You have so much. You have so much next turn.
The floodgates have arrived,
my
boys and
gosh.
girls. The
All right.
floodgates have arrived.
Let's draw. See if we can get out of this. The answer is no. I can't find any level 5s to save my life.
Oh
How
no!
many level 5s are in the discard? 1.
Once I tell you my
2.
opening hand, you're gonna be like, "How did I lose this game?"
Bruh. I have 2 level 5s in here, and that's it.
I think I only have 1, and then this one.
Oh my gosh! This
Like,
is
literally, I'm only seeing 2 as well.
Oh my god! So I'm pretty sure you have game on board. I don't know how much I could even do to stop it.
Now again, pray for the Gaia Force. Who knows? But
Yeah, that's true. So we are first gonna
because
Yeah,
I most likely want people to attack with both of these because
Yeah.
you need to give me like a lot of memory to do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Gaia Force. Just do
Who?
nothing else. Go
Who?
ahead. The guy with security +1.
Yeah. Well, actually, he no longer has security +1.
Oh, okay, because you moved it.
No, because you have no because all your Digimon have sources.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm still gonna get yeah, I'll still get rid of him. He's the
Okay.
only one that could swing through maybe what I open with security. So you go up
All
to
right.
6.
He could have become, because you gave me 6, he could have become an Omnimon, by the way, and filled your
okay.
blocker and then it swung in. So you're still correct in doing that, just for a different reason.
Okay. I was correct, but for the wrong reason.
Hey, correct is still correct, man.
That's
Don't worry
right.
about it. I think there's nothing else we gotta do besides just go in.
Just
So
start swinging, huh?
I'm gonna swing with a baby boy first. Give you for 1 at security.
I'm not gonna block that.
They all hit.
All right, there's a metal
Ooh,
gray.
he dead. He dead. I will now swing for 3 at security.
Yeah. Do you have anything on there that does security +1 or anything that I should worry about?
Nothing on board. No, nothing on
Okay.
board. Right now.
Okay, so I'll knock
Dead?
that out.
I will go ahead. Swing for 5.
Let's just take it. Oh, that's an Agumon. I think that's game then, huh?
And then I'll evolve into a Weregarurumon, go to 3. I'll swing for 7.
I'll block that.
He dies. And then Gomamon will get in, the fishy boy, for game.
All right. All right.
Woo!
That was
My
like,
opening hand. You ready for this? Here's my opening hand. You ready? This was it. It was a Plesio, an Omnimon, 2 Hammer Spark, and a blocker. That was it. I drew a Kakai's return.
Well, that's why you were like, I'll just hard play this blocker straight up.
Hard blocker, no level 5s, nothing else, no response. And I'm like, I guess we'll just sit here and do nothing for a while.
Well, I will say that I'm glad that I got rid of your. Well, I think didn't I get rid of the Omnimon or whatever? Yeah.
You did. Oh yeah, that was huge. That was the only power play I had, and it stalled the game so long. If only you drawn like a couple more level 5s in the early game, you could have built as big a board as I did.
Oh my gosh.
But all I needed was 1 to let the floodgates go through. 1 turn, and once I got that Metal Garurumon play on, I was like, okay, here we go. We can do something. We can build a board for game, and then I did.
Just that this was my hand. I had 3 level 6s, both my Omnimons.
You're like so much power, but it's too much.
Yes, it's like
It's like that. It's like that Aladdin or like what's his face? The wizard from Aladdin. He's like, I'm too powerful in a tiny little space. You're like useless. Oh no.
All right, so that was the red versus blue. I think those are probably going to be 2 of the most popular decks, archetypes, if you will?
Oh, 100%. Especially since they have really awesome starter deck based support too. Anyone that got their hands on the starter decks has a really good engine to build around right off the bat. It's super easy, especially during these pre-sale times. Cards are a lot more scarce. Really, everyone's gonna be playing whatever it is they have, and blue and red are just like the easiest things to come about in terms of consistency engines.
And you also have Omnimon. Can't forget Omnimon.
Yeah. The most powerful card in the game happens to work in blue and red decks too.
Yeah.
But that's separate.
That's separate.
Reasoning. There's other reason.
So, broadly speaking, would you say, like, in terms of the way that I played that blue deck with the red deck that I played, what are the main things that I should take away from that gameplay, broadly speaking?
Usually the idea is always going to be, what can you do to your opponent that they cannot deal with? Or if you know what they have the potential to do during their turn, can you play around that? So you did a really good thing when you thought I had Omnimon, where you actually called down another dude. So even if I wanted to kill your Garudamon, you would have a great response in, oh, I have this Greymon right here that I could evolve into a big dude and then get in there. I could even make it another Omnimon even if I wanted to and just kill your Omnimon with mine. That's a really good back and forth style gameplay. So having that idea of like understanding what it is your opponent can do to you, playing around it, and not so much playing into it is a really big deal in any matchup, let alone blue v red.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for playing these games with me. Super helpful. I think red is going to be, like, red and blue are probably the decks that I'm going to build for tournaments.
Yeah, for sure.
But I have a lot more to learn. I know a little bit more about blue now, so I'm excited to do the next match. Next week, we're going to be doing, I'll be playing yellow, so that'll be...
Yeah, I think I'll bring a pretty cool green list to that one, because I love green. I think it's a really cool storm/tempo-based strategy that not a lot of people talk about, and hopefully I can show off some good things about it.
All right, I'm excited to see it. I know nothing, so I'm excited to see it.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
All right, so thanks again to Steven for all of that awesome gameplay, all of the ability to learn a bit about red and the decks that I'm playing against. So we're going to continue doing this series. Goal is to have one video for each different deck color every single week. So like I said earlier, subscribe. We will be doing yellow next week. So if you're a fan of yellow, you'll get to see that. And then, every week after that, we'll cover every single color, basically leading to the official release. So great way to sort of, learn with me from somebody who is very, very well versed at this game. So thanks again to Steven, and I will catch you guys in a future video. Carpe awesome.